Okay, sweet. Okay, ta-da. First general body meeting, yay. So we're not going to go through stuff like this every time, but just since it's the first meeting, for those of y'all who haven't been in it, what is AIAS? It's one of the 5 collateral organizations that make up the architectural profession. The others are AIA, NCARB, ACSA, and NAB. You can read about those more on the AIAS website, which really just links to all of their websites, but it's fine. Who is AIAS? AIAS is an independent, nonprofit, student-run org dedicated to advancing leadership, design, and service among architecture students. We've got over 4,000 members and 200 chapters across the country and 20 international chapters. This is the link if you want to learn more about what AIAS is and what they do. We do, I guess. What are the benefits? So there's a lot of national and chapter benefits. I just listed a few on here. For national, there's discounted rates for conferences, career development, scholarships, connections and networking and competitions. For the chapter, we have Member of the Month, which I'll talk more about later. Free admission to our events. You get a free t-shirt, keychain, and sticker. The stickers are not here yet, but if you're on this call and you've renewed your membership for the year, come find us sometime in Senior Studio and we'll get you your t-shirt. You get a 12% Art Depot discount, and then fun random things, community fun, professional growth, leadership and design skills. I feel like the benefits don't even sum up how great it is. It is totally worth it if you have the time to do things and participate. It is so worth the money. How do you join? Go to AIAS.org, click on membership, and then join or renew if you've already been a member. It's pretty easy. Upcoming events, so obviously we have the general body meeting. We're going to talk more about it in a minute, but the sketch series that we're doing this semester is starting today. You're going to submit bi-weekly. You can either submit via Instagram, email, or we're going to put a box out by the chalkboard starting tomorrow. So from the day these series drawing thing, whatever, I don't know, is announced, you'll have 2 weeks to do it. And then when we announce the next drawing topic is when you need to submit your drawings. And then every single time you submit a drawing, you'll get I don't know, we'll write your name down. And then whoever has the most drawings at the end of the semester will get something that is TBD, but it'll be fun and cool. And then on the 10th, we have the Catalyst lecture. I don't know if you guys have seen the posters yet, but we have a lecture series. And the first one is on the 10th, Paul Bamson from SOM Architects. And then on the 21st, we're gonna have our first huddle. So since we can't really get together in person in large groups, we're gonna be meeting in small settings. If you've been in studio before, obviously you don't know this yet if this is your first year, but people constantly gather with their friends and talk about their designs and what they're doing, and it really helps to talk your stuff out with other people. So we're gonna do it weekly. You can sign up once a month, every single week, never, it's totally up to you. It's gonna be groups of 4, and we're gonna alternate between in-person and virtual ones, so it's up to you guys what you're comfortable with. And then at the end of the month is gonna be the October general body meeting. September is membership month. Here's the link to learn more about it. Highly recommend. National competitions. They have lots of them. For some reason, they haven't opened the fall ones yet, but typically it's a render competition in the fall. The Midwest Quad Conference, which is called Revitalize. And for those of you who don't know, we're hosting it this year. This is the first time BGSU has ever hosted a quad conference. It's a pretty big deal. And it's going to be October 23rd through 25th. It is virtual this year, which is something AIAS has never done for a quad conference, but it's going to be super cool. And we are still doing physical swag bags, and they're going to be awesome. And if you're an AIAS member, you get $50 off of the registration, which if you do some quick math, that's the difference in just paying for membership. So it's a lot more worth it to pay for membership and a member conference registration than to pay the non-member fee. And then The AI Film Challenge, this is not necessarily a thing to participate in anymore. This is already passed, but I highly recommend scanning this little QR code here. Hopefully it's not too small, or if you're using a phone, there's the link. But Morgan Cleek, our Freedom by Design director, she's currently pointing to herself in Warda's camera, if you can see her. She's very excited. But she submitted a video for this. It's super cool. She just built a small, simple structure that lets people come together during COVID through like an invisible barrier. And it's super fun, and you should vote for her. And if you're feeling super generous, you can technically vote every hour of every day until October 4th. So this part isn't as fun, but that's okay. So we did create a new chapter bylaw document, and by we, I really mean Haley, but she's been a long time on this, and it went out to all of your emails, and the board just passed it at our retreat a couple weeks ago. So a lot of this is just formalities, things we've already been doing but weren't well written, and the document was really badly structured, and it was called a constitution when it was really a bylaw document. So we do have to vote on it. Haley, I hope you set up the poll. Can she talk right now?
I'm finishing it right now. It like does something weird. So
okay, well, oh, it won't let me click on the link. Well, anyway, so Article 1 is organization. That's just pretty much us adopting the national documents. Article 2 just talks about membership and what makes you a member. Article 3 is leadership. That just goes over every executive position on the board and what their duties are and weird processes and things like that. Article 4 is elections procedures. Article 5, government. Article 6, general provisions. Article 7, finances. And Article 8, freedom by design. Haley, are you ready now?
yeah, so it's gonna be a poll that'll come in through your screen. So I'm just gonna launch it and then you guys vote on the poll.
LOL, Morgan can't vote, but she votes yes.
That is A-okay. More than, I mean, people are still going, so just keep going. But 16 out of 19 people have voted so far, and it is a yes. So regardless of, not to be rude, regardless of what anyone else says, it is a vote of yes. New chapter bylaws.
We're gonna move on then. Yay, new chapter bylaws. Okay, cool. So if you want to get involved, which hopefully you do, obviously you do. Oh, it just popped up the poll results on my thing.
Oops,
Hopefully all of you guys are members, but if you're not, you should become a member, because if you want to join the board of directors, you must be a member to come to interviews. So we recently added a new position. It is the advocacy director, and essentially that person is just going to be in charge of like a miniature advocacy program within the chapter, kind of similar to the national advocacy program, but it's going to be more about providing resources and educating our chapter and making sure that everyone in our chapter knows how to use their voice in terms of advocacy, primarily in the architectural profession. If you want to learn like the ins and outs of that position, you can read that bylaw document that was sent out to everybody, because that new position is in there. And then the first year representative, if you guys have been here for a few years, obviously, you know, every class has a representative, but for the first years, this is a great way for you guys to get involved, and it's a pretty simple position. The first year rep is just focused on like educating their class, making sure they know when our events are, and promoting membership in their class. Like I said, you must be an AIAS member to come to interviews, but interviews will be held virtually at the board of directors meeting at 6 p.m. Sunday, September 13th. That'll be on the calendar, and it will be virtual, so it'll be just like this. And the only person who will see your interview is the board. If you have questions, come talk to anyone. I don't know why it's not letting me go to the next slide. Okay, oh, there we go. So freedom by design. Morgan, do you want to talk? She's afraid. But for those of you guys who don't know, you can come over here. Freedom by design is the service sector of AIAS. It's one of our 3 principles, and it kind of sums up that whole category for us. But last fall, we did a furniture design charrette for Grounds for Thought, which, if you don't know, is a coffee shop downtown. And it kind of got put on hold because of COVID, and it's changing how we're building things now that it's I don't even know, a mess, and you can't go in Grounds for Thought. You have to eat outside. So we're building the furniture in that way, and Mallory was the winning design, but Morgan's gonna talk about the build days for a sec.
I will be very brief. There will be an email coming out shortly with more details about the design and how we're going to be building the furniture. But we are going to have 2 sessions. So the task force and myself are going to cut the wood ahead of time so that we're not having too many people together, you know, for that social distancing. So the build session will be on Friday, September 25th from 4:30 to 6:30. There will be 12 slots that you can sign up for one of them. There can't be any more people, and it'll be 3 groups of 4 that are going to be socially distanced, whether it's in the parking lot or inside. It'll just depend on the weather, but you'll be spread out so you can sign up with people that you live with or that you spend more time with if you want to do that. And then the next day, Saturday, September 26th, but that'll be from 11 to 1. So you can sign up for either one or both of those days, but please come because it'll be so much fun.
Okay, great. So those days are not on the calendar yet, but I will get them up tomorrow morning. I just want to reiterate, Freedom by Design is awesome. Everything Freedom by Design does is a community service-based project, and this is a great way to get involved and volunteer, and it's 2 to 3 hours to do, so it's a great opportunity. Member of the month, so I mentioned this earlier. This is something we do at the end of every month. We select one person who was really active throughout the month and came to events, promoted it in their chapter. And sorry, I got distracted. Recipients receive recognition. Obviously, we'll put your headshot up on the calendar, post you on our social media, and then you also get a $20 Art Depot gift card, an AIAS branded sketchbook, and a mug. These are all of our social medias. They're all in the pamphlets. I don't know if you guys can even see me right now, but I'm holding a pamphlet. But all of the social medias are in the front of the building, so follow them, look at them. And then anybody have questions?
Ben just asked a question.
Oh my gosh, I feel like Scott, where's the chat?
Here, she's answering.
Ah, that is a Morgan question.
In response to the question, we are planning on it being in the parking lot as long as weather permits and they allow us. Otherwise, we'll be behind Park Avenue.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop screen sharing. Hello, people. Also, I just want to let everyone know, like presenting, I don't even know, this isn't really presenting, but talking when I can't see anyone and knowing everyone's listening, but I can't see them is really weird. It was very strange. Okay, any other questions?
You can see us.
All of my roommates are like behind my computer right now and they're like, you can see us, we're here.
Guys, this is a really good opportunity to learn about like the organization. So a lot of us here have been involved for a few years, and even if you haven't been involved and have questions, a lot of things have changed. So please don't be scared to ask questions.
Oh, Warda is raising her hand right now. Warda, do you have a question?
I do have a question. What is the Midwest Quad Conference?
What a great question.
Okay, great. Glad you asked. So if you want to look at the website, it has like the most in-depth information ever, and the Instagram has some, but it's going to get more active now in the next couple weeks. But the website is revitalizemwq, as in midwestquad.com. It's pretty cool. The theme is revitalize. It's about like developing post-industrial / Rust Belt areas, primarily in the Midwest, and how to design responsibly for those communities.
Yeah, and then if I can add, like the quad conferences in general, so AIAS is a national organization. There's 4 quads within that. We're in the Midwest Quad, obviously. And every year they have a conference where the goal is to bring about 100, anywhere from 100 to 200 Midwest Quad AIAS students together to discuss whatever the theme for that conference is. So this year it's with us at BGSU in the fall. So recommend going. It's a really good topic. And it's really, I feel like it's a current issue, but it should be like always an issue. So it's definitely relevant.
Also, our swag bags are cool. So I can't get over that. Typically, when you go to a conference, like a good swag bag has like a random pair of sunglasses with a firm's name stamped on the side. And I'm not going to spoil it all because we haven't bought it yet, but everything we're buying is very cool. You have to register to see it. Ha.
Can you tell me what the website is so I can pay my fees? Because I
Yeah.
forgot.
For the conference?
No, just for AIAS.
Oh, to renew your membership?
Yeah.
I'm going to type it in the chat rather than trying to. It's just AIAS.org. AIAS.org/membership. But anything else? Sweet. Okay, we're good. Go be a member. AIAS.org/membership. It's $57. Best $57 you'll ever spend.
Really quick, Gabby made a good point in the chat. When you become a member, there's a point where you have to specify your chapter. Please remember to say that you are affiliated with BGSU. Yeah,
Otherwise, you'll be like Brian, just
floating.
a stray AIS member with no chapter but to belong to.
Also, if you intend to interview for the advocacy director or the first year rep, please come find someone on the board and let us know so we can ensure to pencil you in for an interview.
Yes. Okay, goodbye, everyone.